Hello everyone, it's Lindsay, and today we are unboxing the newest collection from Felicity Jane. This is for June, and this is Denise. So this kit was dedicated to Gina. Gina is the creator of Felicity Jane, owner of Felicity Jane. It's dedicated to her sister, Denise. And so it is just super, super beautiful. As always, Felicity Jane is so well known for their like neutrals or black and whites and their floral patterns. It's so pretty this month, you guys. So let's dive right in. Let's take a look. Let's start with the die cut pieces since I have them out right here. I already went ahead and kind of unwrapped some things so that you didn't have the glare of the plastic, hopefully on camera this time. But here's a look at the die cut pieces, and there are 34 pieces in here. And you're gonna notice the colors are a little bit different than what we typically see for summer. I had somebody comment when I showed a sneak peek that they thought it felt kind of fall-ish. Now, I initially on camera or on the pictures thought, yeah, it does kind of feel like fall colors, but it actually feels like warmer tones of summer colors. I personally don't love the really bright, vibrant, like basic Crayola type colors. I like the little bit more earthier tones, and that is what you're going to get with the kit this for June. So it is like strawberries or fuchsia, but warmer tones of those that you will see, or like a coral throughout the kit, which I really, really love. And the florals this month, I know every month I say like the florals are my favorite, and this month is no different. They are very like vintage feeling. This whole collection really is giving me the vibes of Maida Mojave's Instagram account. I'll link her down below. She applies this like warm filter to all of her photos that I'm super jealous of, and this really has the vibe of her Instagram account. So you've got some kind of like, I don't know, warmish greenish grays in here, just really unique colors this month. So you've got your standard like labels and little like speech boxes, you've got tags, of course you've got Denise here, your florals. I love the like notebook paper lined labels, those are some of my favorite. Some smaller leaves and florals, bows, hearts, just kind of the things that we typically see from Felicity Jane in their die cuts, which I love that they are consistent in some of the things that they put in there. Even if they are slightly different icons that you can mix and match from past kits. You do have some wordfetti in here: determined, thoughtful, beautiful, courageous, happy, forgiving, kind, sister, and friend, of course, again, because it is Gina's sister, Denise. You're going to see lots of sister theme in the kit this month. So there's a look at all 34 pieces of the die cuts. Really pretty. And what I usually do is I put them in like a bowl or something like this through the month while I'm working with the kit. And then once I'm, done working with the kit in its entirety, all of these get mixed into an acrylic drawer with all my other Felicity Jane die cuts, and then I can kind of mix and match as I go forward with my projects. And that's kind of how I manage having new collections each month while still utilizing pieces. So there's a look at the die cut pieces. Now these are really fun. These are chipboard speech bubbles. I have never seen anything like this, and initially when I saw the photos of these, because I am on the design team, so I get a little bit of a sneak peek even before I get the kit, but I didn't realize that they were chipboard, even though it says chipboard on the packaging. So these are chipboard, so they are dimensional. But how amazing and fun are these? For all of you Bible journalers, I can just see so many fun ways of using these to maybe write out your Bible verse, maybe mixing and matching with some other die cuts and things that you have in your stash, or maybe like a key point that you want to pull out. And these are matte, so it is a matte finish. It's not the typical like slightly, not glossy, not that the die cuts are glossy, but they have a little bit more gloss to them than these do. These are a full-on matte, so you can stamp on these if you wanted to. You could even use, the stamp set that comes with the kit. This You and Me would fit perfect in one of those speech bubbles. So I love that you could mix, some of your stamps and things like that and stamp on these speech bubbles. But how fun and creative are these? I think I might need to order some extra sets because these are really adorable. There are some blank ones if you're wanting to mix them in with other collections or other products that you might have. And then of course the ones that are kind of the colors of the kit, black and white, polka dot and stripe. That's what Felicity Jane's known about. And this color, I can't tell. It's like a warm strawberry or a warm fuchsia, a little bit of coral. You've got this olive green, again this bluish greenish gray, this blush pink, and then the floral. How pretty is that? So lots of fun, and you do get 14 pieces of the chipboard speech bubbles. I have seen people online like take apart the chipboard. I've never tried that, but it looks like if you didn't want as much dimension, you could peel off some of the back layers of the chipboard and kind of get it, you know, thinner that way. I'm trying to see if it's a sticker, and it is not. It is not a sticker on the back, so you do have to use adhesive with these. So there are the chipboard speech bubbles. Next up, we have the 3x4 journaling cards. Of course, like I've mentioned in past unboxings, if you're not a pocket page scrapbooker, don't worry. You can use these to layer behind things, use them as journaling cards, tip-ins in your Bible. You can use them for layering behind photos on larger spreads, even as big as 12x12. You can layer them behind things. So lots of different ways that you can use these. You can punch shapes out of them, cut them out, and make little embellishments. So don't think that you can't use these if you're not doing pocket pages. The front have the designs and colors, and then the back sides are a mix of dot and line grid in gray. So I love that you don't have to pick and choose between what side that you want to use, and this frees up space if you want to add some journaling. I love turning these into tags and tucking them into my spreads and using them as a journaling spot where I have a lot more room to tell a story that isn't, you know, having to be incorporated into the layout. So you've got this little heart pattern with pops of those colors there. Rainbow stripe. It's really pretty floral at the bottom, and again leaving you some blank space that you could use, you know, the stamp set or something like that to kind of customize the card for your project. Friend with the little faux stitching, that's super cute. These little citrus, I don't know if they're oranges or grapefruit, but I love that we are seeing a lot of this citrus theme in the other summer collections. So if you wanted to mix and match some of your other collections that you might have, you can do that with this kit, and I love that they included that pattern there. One of my favorites, this like marigold colored gingham, a large version of that floral print, so pretty. Black and white polka dot, again leaving yourself space that if you wanted to, you know, add some, you know, stickers or stamping or whatever you want to do to customize that card. That bluish gray stripe, our happy place, a little black and white scallop, and then a pink and white polka dot with a label spot there. So really, really pretty, really cute. And what I have found that there are usually colors that kind of repeat throughout the collections, like this light pink, even this kind of grayish blue color, so you can kind of mix and match past Felicity Jane kits with this month's kit as well, which I love. So there's a look at the journaling cards. Next up are the puffy stickers. So this color is coming across a little more fuchsia on the puffy stickers, so you could mix in some brighter colors if you wanted to, and then this kind of marigold yellow color. Love those florals. You got this really cute little bow banner, the word enjoy. I love this like hand lettered font that we see throughout the kit this month. You've got all your little hearts, little butterfly, little banners, happy today and smile. So I really love their puffy stickers. They are dimensional, but they are also stiff enough that they don't lose their puffiness if you've got them in like your Bible journaling or, you know, a big fat traveler's notebook insert. They're not going to squish down to nothingness. They maintain their shape, which I appreciate. So there are the puffy stickers. Next up, we have the puffy alphabet. So same dimension, same material as the puffy stickers in this, like, I don't know what color we're calling this, guys. It's like a grayish, minty, bluish, greenish. Really, really pretty. And there are, you know, 2 sheets, so you get a full alpha and numbers and punctuation. Love that. And this is one of my favorite fonts from Felicity Jane. This is very similar to the Essentials font, and I use this again and again and again. So there is that. You get a washi tape this month, so a thin gold scallop, so pretty. How is that? This would pair well with the black and white scallop. This one is also from Felicity Jane. It's a little bit wider, so you can kind of see the difference in scallops. If you already have that black and white one, this is definitely a much more like petite, smaller scallop, and it is gold foiled, so that is a lot of fun there. I'll link the black and white down below for you guys as well if you're wanting that. Okay, so you do get a roll of that, and then you've got your stamp set, sticking with that whole sister theme. So you've got daughter, grateful for you, friends, the bestie, my favorite, girl time, you get me, better together, sisters, hashtag BFF, girl talk, best friend, time together, little bow. I love this banner piece, and so you can fit in these smaller sentiments into the banner piece and then cut it out and have a customized die cut. You could stamp this in colored inks, lots of different ways that you can use that. This is one of those stamp sets that I think you'll be able to get a lot of use out of, which I appreciate. So there's a look at the 4x6 stamp set. This is something new and exciting for Felicity Jane. I don't know if they've ever carried these before. These are little charms, and so you may have seen these in some other scrapbooking collections. I am obsessed, and these are a little bit different than some of the other ones that I have in my stash. They are on a foam, like dimensional sticker piece. So they are a sticker. You can pull that off and use it like just a free floating charm if you wanted to. But the fronts of them are flat. They're not domed. So they're not gonna add, I mean, they are gonna add dimension to your project, but you're not gonna have that domed shape. So if you are using these in your journaling Bible or something like that, you don't have to worry about that dome adding more, chunk to your project. So it is flat, which, and flat and not like any raised areas. Whatever's on like the coating on the front of it goes from edge to edge. So there's no like gapping or, edges or anything like that, if that makes sense. So they are really nicely made, and they are, patterns and colors that coordinate with the rest of the kit. You've got that vintage floral in there, of course, some black and whites. It is Felicity Jane, so you got a polka dot, a gingham, and a stripe. Word hello. I love this one. How pretty. Little heart, word friend, a grid, butterfly. So again, like I said, you can take off the little foam adhesive and use it as a little, dangling charm, maybe on the front of a traveler's notebook. If you want to add, a charm hanging off of the elastic, you could do something like that. I love just adding them as little details to my tabs and tags and things like that. So these are really, really adorable. All right, next up are the 12x12 papers. If you order the collection, you only get one set of the 12x12s. I get two because I'm on the creative team. So what I've done is I've layered them up like past unboxings so that you can see A side, B side all at once. So I have them staggered that way. Now, one thing that Felicity Jane started a couple months ago was this packaging for the 12x12s. And I don't usually talk about packaging, but this just gives you a quick at-a-glance look at the patterns in the collection. But don't throw this away, because you can use this for cutting out tabs. If you've got the tab punch, if you're a Bible journaler, you can cut out different shapes. I've seen a few of the ladies actually just cut these out and stagger and layer them on a layout. You've got a scallop too, so don't be afraid to even use the packaging, and that's kind of my way of getting around cutting into the papers, and I can hoard them like I shouldn't be doing. So here are the 12x12s. This is the floral and hearts. So here is A side, B side. I'm obsessed with this like vintage looking like grandma sheets or grandma wallpaper floral, but I love it. And then the hearts, same as the journaling cards that we saw before. Next up is stripes and grid, so black and white grid, and then that marigold stripe on the front there. This is color block and diamond. So you've got, just like it says, color blocks and then a black and white diamond. Typically with the Felicity Jane papers, it's a more vibrant pattern or color on the front, and then a little bit more neutral of a pattern or color on the back side. There's that. Plaids and lines, so that kind of minty, grayish, bluish plaid, and then this really fun kind of wonky lined paper. That is really fun and different. I don't have anything like that in my stash. And don't forget to use your branding strips. Of course, the Felicity Jane branding strips are always super adorable, and they're just different prints than what are in the papers. So we've got like a gingham, a black and white stripe, we've got a pink and white polka dot. So use every last little bit of your papers. Next up is spots and window panes. This is that kind of warm strawberry color. And then it's almost like a large black and white grid there with a color block stripe at the bottom. Floral and sentiments. So again, kind of like your grandma's wallpaper, but in a good way. So a tone on tone, blush colored floral print. And then the back side is this really fun sentiments. So you could cut these out and create sentiment strips if you wanted to. You're my favorite person in the history of ever, sister, BFF, bestie. So lots of repeating phrases similar to what's on the stamp set. But I love that they've highlighted some of them with those color blocking, and then you've got the circles with the colors at the bottom there. So that is a look at floral and sentiments. And then you get 2 sheets of solids. So these are slightly larger than 12 by 12 because you've got the space for the branding strip. So you could either cut these down leaving the scallop or cut the scallop off as your branding strip and use that for a layering project. So we've got that warm strawberry and then that blush pink. That's A side, B side. And then for this one here, you've got the marigold yellow and then that grayish, bluish, greenish. There's your A side, B side for there. So there's a look at the 12 by 12 papers, and that is a look at everything that comes in the collection. Of course, as always, you can order the collection in its entirety, or you can order a la carte, bits and pieces. Things do sell out fairly quickly though, so if you see something that you know you're going to want, then definitely rush over and grab it. I will have an affiliate link down below for you guys. As well as the kit, they have some other new items in the shop. So there's a new Essentials Puffy Alphabet in the marigold color. They already have, I think, black, white, kind of a minty, it's like this color, minty green color. And maybe one other one, but I love this font. These are definitely essentials in my stash. I have tons and tons of these. And then they have some new Traveler's Notebooks. So these are hands down my favorite Traveler's Notebooks. Long before I was on their creative team, I reached out to somebody and asked for Traveler's Notebook suggestions, and they suggested the ones from Felicity Jane, and I have not turned back. The paper is so amazing inside of these. It is so smooth. It is just thick enough that you can, you know, use it for photo journaling and things like that, but not so thick that, you know, you only have 6 pages in a notebook. So you've got enough if you want to do like a 30-day project. There's enough pages in here to do that. This month they changed things up a little bit. So we've got these are the 2 prints that came out this month, but you'll notice that they're doing square corners this month instead of the rounded corners. So leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think about that. We can always switch back and forth. I'm sure that they're open to suggestions. I personally like the non-rounded because if I'm going to stick a piece of pattern paper in here and do like a photo, you know, journaling type project, then I don't have to go in and round my corners. I can just line up the corners. It's already set to go, and I don't have to worry about pulling out my corner rounder or that kind of thing. So it just kind of saves time. But let me know if you have a preference as far as rounded or squared corners in the comments down below. These are the 2 that came out this month. You've got a black and white polka dot and then a black and white heart, and then I believe they're just plain, yeah, just plain white on the inside. So there's a look at those. And they'll have like the single girl stamp. Sometimes they have some bow clippies. So definitely check out the other things that they release at the beginning of the month. So there's a look at Denise. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave those down below. Check out the description box below the video for links to everything that we talked about today. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. And until next time, thank you so much. Bye-bye.